So hello and welcome to my loft. As I'm sure you can probably guess by the fact that I'm up here, I want to get a few little Christmas bits down today. Nothing crazy, because obviously decorating the house generally is a family affair in our house, just because the kids really enjoy it. But there's a few little bits that I want to find just for like outside, and just a few little decorative bits that I think will help me with like some work I'm doing and stuff like that. So I thought I'd bring you along today. I'm trying to get in the festive spirit because I feel like at this time of year, you know, when the clocks go back and it starts to get really dark, I really lean on, you know, the cozy season and the lights and the candles and all of that, because it just helps make me feel better, and like I find the whole situation more enjoyable that way. So yeah, you're in the loft with me. Let's have a rummage and get the bits we need. So this is one side. I would like to refer to this as organised chaos, please. We had our loft fully boarded and insulated, gosh, when was it? Maybe 2 years ago now, and it's probably one of the best things that we've ever done because we've just gained so much more space back. We live in a dormer bungalow, so that's why it's very sort of like narrow. You can see the eaves and stuff, but it's really useful, and it is somewhat organised. Everything's boxed up, but I just want to get a few little bits and bobs down today, and I want to get the kids' advent calendar as well, because I always have to organise that ahead of schedule, because it is, you know, it's based on activities and stuff, and I need to check what we're doing and dates and things like that so I can organise it well, and it takes me about an hour to do, but it's always worthwhile doing. So I'm just going to have a little hunt first and see if I can find what I need. So the main thing I wanted was these little bits, which are all for the activity advent calendar. So I keep it all in a bag every year, and I know I'm sad, but I even keep the pen that I used when I first made it so everything can match. I have spare tags if I need to create like new activities if the kids get older. I've got stickers, I've got my hole punch that I use, and I just keep it all together, and the view is like hopefully one day I can pass this on to one of my kids if they want to do it. And yeah, I made this a few years ago now. I think it was maybe 2020 or 2021, and I got this from Hobbycraft, and I decorated it all with like my glue gun and stuff and got the numbers, and yeah, it's really special to me, and every time I bring it out I just feel like, you know, as a mum, when you like have younger kids and you're starting out as a mum, and you sort of have an idea of like the sort of traditions that you would like to continue on from your childhood, or the traditions that you would like to introduce to your family, like that. Like I've done this since Bill was little, so we've had like a couple of calendars along the way. One of them broke, which I think is what introduced me making this. We used to have one that was like a little wooden house with drawers, but the drawers broke, and then one of them got missing like when we had the extension and stuff, so I made this, and I've stuck at it for so many years, and it is such an integral part of Christmas for the kids, and they look forward to it so much, and it kind of makes me feel like, yeah, you did good, Mama, you did good. Like it's one thing that I know that they will always associate with like how much I loved them, and you know, like I feel like I honestly can imagine them going like, oh, do you remember when Mum did that when we were little? And hopefully it's a tradition that they pass on with their kids if it resonates with them. But I'm really glad that I found that. And then I've got this box with all of my hanging stars, with the lights that I keep every year, so they're all bagged up. And I'm going to try and get this down, but in all honesty, I think I might need Mark's help. I think I'm going to have to ring him, so it's a good job I brought my phone up. We're just gonna ring him and be like, babe, can you help me? I see a spider before, and I realised that I'm like sat where I saw him. There's a web up here, but it does beg you, like it does make you think though, like how do they get up here? Because we don't even come up here that much. Like how do they find this space? It's so enclosed. I've messaged him. I have yet to have a reply. We've had 2 blue ticks, Mark. Oh, I haven't actually said where I am. I'm in the loft. I feel like I'm gonna hear something. Babe, no, don't take the ladder. Can I pass some bits down? Yeah, it's not locked. Oh. Sorry. Ow. Oh God, I just banged my head. Sorry, I've had to move things a little bit. You got that one? Right, let me now pass you them, and then I'll pass you my camera, and then that will be everything that I brought up here, I believe. Thank you. So the things I brought down are like cushion covers and stuff, because I can wash them and just check like where we're up to, because every year, like if there are certain bits that are like say damaged or I don't enjoy them as much anymore, I will like either bin them if they're broken or take them to a charity shop and stuff like that. And it's just nice to sort of check over, because then when we do decorate the house as a family, there's nothing like, you know, like random that's broken that needs replacing and stuff, because I don't like the kids to be disappointed. But I've got like all of them. I've got a few random decorations that are just useful to have if I'm filming Christmas content, and then I've also got my advent calendar obviously, and I've got my outdoor lights, so I just need to take everything downstairs now. Okay, so I have been faffing a little bit admittedly, but I've taken all of my autumnal like cushion covers off, and they're in the wash now with like the general throws that we put on the sofas anyway. And then I've identified like some of my favourites. I've got some for the kitchen and some for the living room as well, but I did just have a little look on H&M. Let me show you. So H&M, if you've never been on for Christmas stuff, if you want like Christmas bits here and there, they do some of the most beautiful affordable homeware that is like very indicative of like my style and stuff anyway. But a couple of the cushion covers are like, you know when you get things down and you're like, God, that's looking really shabby, like, you know, like worn and faded, and I just feel like I'm not a fan of a couple of them. So I had a little look online, don't know if you can see them, but there's like a stag one that is more expensive, that's more than what I would normally pay, but it's a velvet cushion and I just thought it was beautiful. And then this one here is bows, and that's £3.99. and there's this one, a sleigh with a Christmas tree on, and then another Christmas tree one as well, and they range from like £3.99 to £6.99. and obviously the velvet one, I almost didn't buy it, but I couldn't stop. Like, you know, when you keep flicking back and you just think, do you know what, I really, really like that. And for in this room, I find, this is, I don't know, you might find this interesting. This room in the summer months is so warm because of the way the sun is in the sky. Just like the glow that comes in here is stunning. But in the winter months, when the sun gets lower and is at a different place in certain times of the day, I find it can run a little bit cooler, which isn't necessarily like a bad thing, because it's a different time of year. It's never got that same glow, so you make like kind of the glow in other ways with like lights and stuff. But I also find that sometimes red looks really like brash in here, whereas it looks amazing in the front room because it's like cozier and like snugger. So I thought I'm going to move my red ones into the living room and do like more green in here, because I don't know if you've noticed, like I do have like lots of touches of green. I've done the dining room like space over there has got like the green paneling and stuff, and I just think it'll look nice. So I'm like gonna move things around a little bit and like change it. We always used to have the Christmas tree in here until we had that leak, and we decided to get like a fake tree because we had nowhere to put the real tree, and we didn't want to put it on the carpet while all the flooring was being redone, because it was all like out of action over December. It was a nightmare. And ever since then, the tree's always gone in the living room, which is lovely because it's so cozy, and it's where we tend to sit a lot in the evenings as a family, like watching Christmas movies and stuff. But then I feel like sometimes stuff it's like missing in here, so I'm going to work really hard to try and make this space like super cozy this year. But I'm just going to put what cushion covers on that I want to put on basically, and then I'm going to start outside. I think I'll show you like all my Christmas lights and stuff. I'm very excited. I'm going to put that red one there for now, but that's actually going to go in the living room. But when my new cushion covers arrive, I'm going to like switch these around a little bit. Now one thing I need to do is untangle these, which I feel is going to take me absolutely ages.
Climb down the chimney at the speed of light while we're dancing around the Christmas.
So those lights I had up last year and I really liked them. I thought it was so pretty and just a really easy way to make this space a bit more magical. So a lot of the command hooks that I put up for them are still up. But a couple was falling off towards the end, so I'm just going to add 2 more on, and then that was like a really easy job done. Also, if you have like lights on at Christmas and stuff and you just usually like turn them on and off with a plug, I can really recommend a smart plug. We have loads of these ones, they're TP-Link ones I think they are. We've always got them from Amazon and we have them everywhere, and they're really good because if you've got like Alexa or Google Home, you can sync them up and turn them on and off there, which is just so useful. So I cannot recommend those enough. So you won't be able to see them very well now because of how like high the sun is, but they light up and they're like a warm light and they just straight down and they're really pretty. Okay, now another quick job that I'm going to do is that we have a little casualty here, but I noticed that it was hot glued on in the first place, so I have a glued one, which by the way, if you've not already got one, get one because they are just brilliant and I really like this decoration. I think, where were you from? I want to say possibly somewhere like Home Bargains maybe, or B&M. I feel like it was Home Bargains, but I really like it and it's just got damaged in storage, which happens sometimes. So I'm going to glue that strip back on, and then I have a little hook on the bifolds that normally I have like a little like faux hanging plant hanging on, but I always take that down during Christmas time and put something else up because I've got like a few options. So I thought this could look quite nice, or what I've got up there at the moment is like kind of like a little holly branch, but I'm not feeling it, so I think we're going to go with the star. I'll show you in a second anyway. I absolutely love my glue gun. Like, I use it so often. Oh, I don't love this bit where it gets stuck on my finger, but honestly, it like, I fixed so many things with it, or like I've made things like the advent calendar and stuff, and I wouldn't be without it. But that's all fixed and I'm gonna go and hang it up there, I think. So this is what I have up here at the moment, but I feel like this could be better used somewhere else. So I'm gonna switch out for the star. Yeah, I prefer that. So now is outdoor decoration time. So these are our main lights. They're like coloured ones that we've like used before. And then we have this plug, and this is another one of those smart plugs, but it's an outdoor one. We have a outdoor socket, but obviously I don't want to go out every night and like turn them on and off, so this means I can turn it off on my phone. So I have them, and then this has made me feel really bad, but Mark, well, this is Mark last year. This is I'm really sure what happened here, but basically I have these other lights. So I have these Christmas trees and some star lights, and I ran them up yesterday when I was at not yesterday, Tuesday, something like that. I was at Aldi and they had all their Christmas lights, which a lot of the time I buy my Christmas lights from 3 places. Aldi, or 4 places. Aldi, Amazon, or Home Bargains or B&M. That's like always where I go because they're so affordable. And last year, I swear these weren't working, and they were like one of my favourites, and they just stopped working towards the end. And I'm sure I double checked the batteries, but it could have been one of those things, you know, where you're changing batteries and you forget which one that you've already changed, and you're doing it when it's like dark outside and you're not really concentrating because like kids. I'm wondering if maybe I didn't change one of the batteries, and then they still weren't working because there wasn't enough power generated. And actually they were fine because I've just tested them, and not only do they work, but the stars also work. And I'm sure that one of them had broken, but Mark was like, oh, I'll just put them in the loft. So now I feel a bit bad because I bought candy canes and an inflatable reindeer. The inflatable reindeer was coming home with me anyway, but the candy canes I got to replace whichever one of them was broken. But now it just looks like I've got a larger collection of Christmas lights, which is fine. But obviously, great news. And I've got more stuff to untangle, but then I'm going to put them out. And obviously I'm not going to show you that bit because like it's the front of my house, but I'll let you know how it goes. So one thing I do want to do is see what the hell I'm supposed to do with this guy. Oh wow. Right, so I've got the plug. See, the problem is with this, I need to make sure that he's close enough to my outdoor plug, don't I? Oh, he's so unintimidating. Mark was like, how big's it going to be? And will it ruin my grass? But I'm only going to stake him into the floor. So I'm going to try and plug him in here and we'll see what he does, because I've never had one of these before. Oh my god. Honestly, I've always had a dream. So there was a house not too far from where I lived as a kid. Like, I still lived where I grew up, but they had so many decorations outside of it, and they used to do a collection for charity, if I remember rightly. And the owners had, like, I remember seeing something on like the Facebook group that the parents had passed away, and like a son or daughter had shared something, and it was dead sad because like not only have they lost like a family member, but they brought so much joy to their community as well. So I always said that when I got older I would try and do that. Now I don't think I'm ever going to have as many lights or like stuff that they have, but it's nice to have something, like, you know, just driving past someone's house and then it makes you smile when you're on the way home from work or something like that. I just think, why not, eh? I'm really pleased with that. Anyway, let's get coat and shoes on and go and get all this stuff outside. Ah, this is making me so happy. Right, I need my little step ladders. Okay, I've had to suspend the reindeer because the cable's not long enough, so he's kind of just flying, and I'm hoping that just kind of adds to the magic and doesn't look shit. But I'm trying. I don't know what else to do. I'm not an electrician. I don't have like an extension cable for him yet, so he's just gonna hang off a gutter and look like he's flying, okay? But I'm gonna go and do the main lights now. Just seen Suzanne. She thinks I'm mental, but in a loving way, obviously. I'm going for drinks tomorrow night, actually, and I'm really excited. It's just going to be us two. We're just going to grab some quick food at home and then just go and have a proper catch up, because we'll do like a coffee or a glass of wine on a Friday afternoon sometimes before school pick-up, but like, it's before school pick-up and it's never really long enough, and I just feel like I can't really relax, and we're always like rushing off in different directions. So we have had this in the diary and I'm just really excited. Just trying to untangle some candy canes at the moment. All done. So the last thing I need to do is hang this in the window. This is an indoor one, but again I've got it on one of these plugs, and then you can't see it in person, it's really bright, but I think it's like an LED thing in the camera. But once this is hung up, which I've just done, it's dead easy, I just need to go through my app on like Google Home and stuff and make sure that everything's all scheduled to turn on at the right time. I think it'll have kept my old schedule from last time, to be honest, but it's worth checking. So I'm in my bedroom now and I've just gone on Google Home and I've got everything set up, and if you go on like automation, I mean it'll be separate, I guess, like a different sort of thing if you've got Alexa, but you can set an automation. So like I have all of the Christmas lights turning on at like 4 or something like that, so when it starts getting dark they come on, which is quite nice. And then all I need to remember to do on the first night, like tonight later on, I need to go out and like turn all the battery powered ones on at the same time at 4, because they're on a timer and then they're like timed to come on for like a certain amount of time. I don't know how long that is, but yeah, that is everything that I've done today. I thought it would just be a little bit more fun than watching me like edit or do some cleaning, which to be honest is what I'm going to go do now. I'm going to go and edit this and edit another video. Got some more filming to do and a bit of brand work to do, and then I'm hoping that I can just get all of that done before I go and get the kids. But thanks for following me along on my little festive adventure, and yeah, I'll see you all very soon.